Hello and welcome to GPTV on Tuesday the 23rd of February. My name's Philip Kingston.
And I'm Gary Peer.
And Gary, have you noticed something different about me today?
Well, your voice doesn't sound very good.
No, that's because
And you're not well.
I've got the man flu.
Is that contagious? Can I catch that?
It's very possible. I've got the man flu. And a man flu,
feel
just
a
for
bit
those
allergic.
viewers that aren't sure what man flu is, that's a cold that a woman gets but turns into a horrible flu when a man gets it. And I hope you don't get it, Gary, because I've got no idea how I got out of bed to do this show. And viewers, I just want you to understand that is the commitment we have to getting this show out to you.
Well, you're actually quite weak, aren't you, really?
Oh,
to even be sick.
That feels shocking.
We don't get sick usually, do we? We haven't got any time or patience for sick.
So when was the last time I was sick?
Oh, a couple of weeks.
No.
You and Adam, right, who are
two
the two
office,
fit
yeah, I know
directors
what
of the
you're gonna
company,
say.
you know, watch what they eat, whatever. You know, you get sick.
No,
you always got to
please
sniffle.
Do not put me in the same category.
No,
as
you do.
Adam
You Adam gets sick.
The wind only has to
Always
turn the
get
other
sniffly
direction, and Adam has gone to bed.
And me and Darren, who
And
live on Macca's and unhealthily, we're never sick.
There must be something in there.
I reckon there is something in
there.
There
must be something in eating junk food and
It is.
smoking.
It makes you resilient.
That actually probably kills
I reckon
bugs in
cigars,
the system.
alcohol, and fat foods, Phil.
And late nights, yeah.
that's
You and Darren Krongold, the two great answers to modern medicine.
Key to success. Now, let's just talk about the weekend and get away from this whole health kick, Phil, because...
We're going to lead with where I think you're coming from.
Mate, let's talk about the weekend. And the weekend was very exciting, Philip, because we've got 12 out of 13 auctions, a 92% clearance rate. You've got to love that.
Gary, you've got to love that, particularly as the industry clearance rate was somewhere between 70 and 75%. And why I say somewhere between 70 and 75%, there's two statistics that are being bandied around at the moment. The industry, which is the Real Estate Institute of Victoria, comes out at 74 or 75%. Realestate.com, which obviously a big portal and publish their own results,
yes, they do.
bring it in at 70%. So I'm not sure what's going on there.
Either way, Philip, our clearance rate smashed it, so it's very exciting.
There's no question. 92 trumps 74 or 70, whichever way you look at it.
Indeed. And Philip, Sunday night, I was watching, I don't know if you watched 60 Minutes on Sunday night, but you know, there's a chap on the news. The chap he was, and he said that the real estate's all over. It's going to drop 30%. It's Armageddon. It's all finished. He predicted it in Spain, Philip.
Yep.
He predicted it in America and Spain. They didn't actually talk about other places he predicted it where it hasn't happened. They just talked about the places where it has happened. And he's an enemy. He's a Spanish enemy, Philip.
You make enough predictions, Gary, something's going to come right. Look, I've got to tell you, Armageddon in real estate.
Yeah.
If you want to talk about Armageddon in real estate, I think we talked about this a couple of weeks ago. Go and watch The Big Short.
Yeah.
What an amazing movie that was.
Yep. This is not a movie, this is real life.
Yeah,
and imagine if you had to listen to that guy 5 years ago and not bought, how much would he have cost you?
Well,
and they said,
cost you a fortune.
They said he's going to put his money up because he's so confident the real estate market's going to collapse. But I reckon he should have put his money up 4 years ago. He would have been he would have been busking.
A big talker, Gary.
He would have been at White Night.
From Mallorca.
He would have been at White Night busking.
Did
would
you
have
go?
been, Phil. No, I didn't go this.
Have you been?
No, I have been. I loved it wandering through there at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning. That's my sort of schedule, Phil. But no, I didn't go. But there was another, 700,
Gary, let's get
people to go.
and talk about the market because you're just waffling and
We'll talk about
babbling
the weekend, Philip. We started off in Seaford, and that was a very successful sale. Well done to Paul Natalia and Glenn Bricker and Simon Rodolnik, who had the auction on us. Philip sold for $620,000, well over the reserve, which was wonderful. Tennyson Street, St Kilda, Philip, was sold on Saturday morning for $660,000. Jeremy Rosens did a great job for Leon there, who was the handling agent.
A shout out to the original builder of that building,
yes,
who I actually happened to see on Sunday.
Is that right?
Who came through a property and said, I built that block of apartments.
Wouldn't be a youthful person anymore, Philip, I wouldn't have thought.
Would imagine
the building was built when?
He's probably in his 60s, this gentleman.
Well, we must have been a young man when the building was built, Phil.
I think he was.
2 Sycamore Grove, Philip, was undisclosed before you go blabbing, but what a crowd of people. Philip, there was somewhere around 200 people at that auction. It was massive. I got there, it was all happening, and there was such a variety of people. There were some, some traditional, people in the black, the black outfits there, some traditional Jewish people. There were young trendies. There was,
Gary,
there was just the whole spread of
St
everything.
Kilda or Balaclava,
It's
but
just fantastic, isn't
I've
it?
renamed that pocket as the Williamsburg of Melbourne.
Yeah, I don't know if that's taking off. I heard you pushing that.
Well, Gary,
and everybody was kind of a bit lost on it.
No, there was some hipsters.
Because they don't want to hear about a Russian place, Philip. They don't want to hear about a Russian.
Williamsburg is the hottest, hippest spot just off Manhattan.
It's near Moscow, isn't it?
No, it's not. Gary, there's Brooklyn. There's obviously Manhattan. Then you go across the Brooklyn Bridge to Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Now, Brooklyn's become seriously groovy, but just beside Brooklyn is an area called Williamsburg, and that is the hippest part of America today.
I thought Williamsburg sounded like it was in Russia. Like,
Anyway,
St. Petersburg.
For the three people at that auction, when I said this is the Williamsburg of Melbourne that got it, you know, clearly you are hipsters.
Exactly right. You resonated with three people. 197 had no idea what you're talking about. That was good, Phil.
Yeah.
And, you know, well, you're from Cootamundra, and for you to be talking about Williamsburg is quite interesting, isn't it?
I know. Come a long way. Come a long way from Cootamundra High School.
3A Crimea Street, Philip. The price is undisclosed. The vendor's asked for that, but has said that we can divulge it on GPTV.
Okay.
So we're going to. It's an exclusive, Phil. A GPTV
What was
exclusive.
the reserve there,
the reserve was 1.5, which was at the top of the range.
Yep.
And you know, maybe would have dropped it a bit from there, but. Sold for $1,610,000
that was a good result.
Yeah, to a very nice couple with a little child. In fact, I think the first employee of Gary Peter Associates bought that. So shout out to that gentleman and the family.
Shout out to Gaza.
Yeah.
We haven't been given permission to say his surname, but shout out to Gaza.
Yeah,
well done.
good on him. Bought a lovely home. Philip, 383A Glen Ira Road. That's another one that's undisclosed, but GPTV has got an exclusive to talk about it. Philip, sold for $916,000 against a reserve of $850 at the top of the range.
I was shocked how big the crowd was there. I
Massive
reckon
crowd.
there would have been at least 120, 130 people.
And they were all spilling out on the road, which was actually quite dangerous because my daughter was driving past at the time on her L plate. So lucky they all survived.
Nina got her L plates.
She's got her L plates. Yeah, she is. Wow. She's out there on the road. Another peer on the road. Phil, let's talk about what's coming up. But before we do that, let's talk about where we are right now. If you can manage to raise your raspy voice and your illness with some enthusiasm about this property.
Viewers, just a bit of a shout out. If you've got a remedy for this man flu that's going around, I would love to hear
itchy. Is that a sign?
No, it's not. I'd love to hear about it because I can't tell you how terrible I feel. Having said that, where are we, Gary? You can hear my instant perking up.
Exactly
as
right.
I talk about.
There's no better cure for man flu. I'm kidding it, Phil. There's no better cure for man flu than a sale of this sort of property,
Gary,
Phil.
the best cure for man flu would be visiting Club Med. And here we
Club Med, Caulfield South.
Here we are at Club Med, Caulfield South.
We're both in best today.
And I've got to tell you, this is like Club Med, except it's better than Club Med.
It is,
Gary.
Phil. Take us through it. Come on, let's go.
First of all, this house started as 2 parcels of land in Burundi Road, which is the best street of Caulfield South.
Undisputably, Phil.
And the owners who had the foresight to put the 2 blocks together rebuilt extensively the incredible improvement here and created a lifestyle that just about everybody in the world would salivate to have.
Philip, this is the best house in Caulfield South that we've ever sold and I believe has ever been sold. So history in the making here for this lovely home comes up on Sunday week. Philip, how exciting is this? And you are going to be, you better get over your man flu by then.
A flood-lit north-south tennis court, complete with this incredible, what would you call this area?
Like
an indoor, outdoor room, alfresco gazebo
with
linked
heating
to the barbecue area that overlooks the tennis court, that has direct access to the
indoor pool.
Swimming pool. The list of features here goes on
Incredible
and on.
accommodation.
I've got to tell you,
beautiful fittings.
If somebody blindfolded you and said, "I'm taking you on the most magnificent holiday," and brought you here, took off the blindfold and said, "You've got to spend 3 weeks here," you'd just go, "I've just found nirvana."
Someone could buy it as an investment, put it on Airbnb and rent it out by room, Philip, and make a fortune perhaps.
You could. Anyway,
I don't think it's likely though.
Looking forward to this auction, Gary, and we're hoping, of course, that somebody will be lucky enough to buy the entire thing.
Well, we're going to be offering the home first, and then whoever buys a home will have the right to buy the court.
Yes.
And they will be informed of the price of the court at that time, or before even actually.
What's your tip here, Gary? You reckon it's going to go to one party?
I reckon someone's going to buy the whole lot. But if you're looking for just the house, please be here because maybe you will outbid the person looking at both.
Yes.
If you're looking at just a tennis court, there's no guarantee it'll be here. But if it is here, well, you'll have a lovely block of land. Philip, we move on from here to our auctions of the weekend. And they started, and we've got 18 of them, Phil.
18? That's a lucky number.
18 is a lucky number, over 7 different suburbs, Phil. We start off in Fuller Street in Caulfield South.
Gary, magnificent home, 5 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, double lock-up garage, not a cent to spend there. Just move in and enjoy a luxurious lifestyle.
10:30 a.m, the first of your 4 auctions for that day. Philip, Warnock Road is Leo Samuel's auction.
Gary, 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, off-street car parking via double garage for 2 cars. Beautifully renovated throughout. That is Carnegie at its finest.
One of our auctions of the week, Phillips, in Carlisle Street, 311 Carlisle Street, right in the buzz and hum of the Williamsburg district, Philip.
Gary, that is the Williamsburg of Melbourne, Carlisle Street. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space with Carlisle Street on your doorstep.
Phil, I'm going to be doing the 11:30 auction in Kooyong Road with Adam Joski as the agent handling it. And what a great property this is. Lots of interest here, Phil. I think we're going to do well.
A bit jealous there. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space. Beautiful throughout. And obviously we love Kooyong Road.
You don't need to be jealous, Phil. You're going to be just up the road in Caulfield South at 7 Nelson Street. This is a wonderful home. Nikki Janover handles. Tell us about it.
And what a great job she's done. 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, plenty of off-street car parking there via double garage. And that's in the heart of Caulfield South with Princess Park on your doorstep.
Joel, Sir and Jeremy Rosens join forces, Philip, in Hewenden Road for a 12:30 p.m. auction on Saturday.
Investors, homeowners, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space. We love Hewenden Road, walking distance to our office and the tram in Dandenong Road. Tenants love to live in Hewenden Road, as do owner-occupiers.
We join forces at 12:30, Philip. We're going to meet up with Lamore at this wonderful property in Nepean Highway. Now, this is very affordable, Philip. We're quoting this somewhere around between 800 and 900, but there's been a lot of interest, and I'm not surprised. 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms is value in Brighton East.
Gary, a magnificent property, and of course, you know, all the best of Brighton East on your doorstep. A really good home, that.
That's a beauty, Philip. We're looking forward to being there. 7 Lygon Street is your final auction of the day, Philip. And is Jeremy Rose living in Lygon Street? I think he does. He just jumps across the road to that one, doesn't he, Phil? 7 Lygon Street. Be a neighbour of Jeremy Rosen's, but you have to buy it first at 1:30 p.m. on Saturday.
What a gorgeous home, Gary. 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, off-street car parking for 2 cars. Beautifully renovated throughout. And, you know, that part of Caulfield South just gets better and better and better.
Phil, Sunday at 10:30 a.m. we're going to be at 344 Inkerman Street in St Kilda East. Leon handles this. You're auctioning it for him.
Check out the facade, check out the renovation. 3 or 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, off-street car parking for 2 cars. And that is in the buzz of St Kilda East, and a beautiful home.
And check out in Inkerman Road, just up a bit further, at the same time, Philip, Leo Samuel auctions this terrific apartment.
A very generous size apartment, Gary. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space.
And I am going to be also in Caulfield North at 10:30 a.m. It's a busy time. I'm going to be auctioning this unit with Mr. Joski, again, meeting him at Unit 475 Cambrook Road, just near the racecourse. Phil, there's been a lot of interest in this one.
Gary, it's a really good property. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space. Great courtyard gardens, and that will be really within walking distance of the new Caulfield East Village, and that's the construction there is well advanced.
There is a smorgasbord of Caulfield North auctions, Philip. At 11:30, you're going to be, again, just up the road in Bamber Road, auctioning this one for Mr. Glenn Bricker.
Gary, if this was listed with another agent, I reckon I'd buy this, put this in the super fund, because I like this development and I like this part of Bamber Road. 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space, and it is just fabulous.
We're all in a little huddle around the same area, around near the racecourse and Bamber Road and Cambrook Road. Philip, I'm going to be in Northcote Avenue, which runs off Bamber Road, as you would know, at 11:30, auctioning this terrific property with Mr. Adam Joski.
A super sexy 60s special, Gary. 3 bedrooms, 1.5 bathrooms. That is really the coolest house. I'm really in love with that.
Now, if the coffee van happens to break down at 75 Bamber Road, Philip, we don't have a problem with that because we can just push it to the next auction, which is at 152 Bamber Road. You're going to be the auctioneer there. Leo Samuel has been handling this property. Take us through this. It's a great looking property.
And a great position there, Gary. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, plenty of off-street car parking. Check out the kitchen, the polished timber floorboards. I love that house.
I've always loved Narrong Road as a good address, Phil, as have you, I'm sure. And I'm meeting up with Arlene at 12:30 at 136 Narrong Road. Take us through this, please.
Gary, a big, generous apartment, 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space. These buildings in Narrong Road, first of all, Narrong Road's beautifully positioned, but secondly, these 60s and 70s buildings are extra large.
And how good's the aspect? Looking at trees from all of the rooms there, the entertaining areas, is a treat, Phil. 23 Newstead Street, another terrific address. Nikki Janover is got this one scheduled for auction at 1:30, although she thinks it's possible it may sell beforehand.
5 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a lock-up garage for 2 cars, swimming pool, Newstead Street off Hawthorne Road. What a great house What a great position, what a great opportunity.
Looks like a good block of land there too, Phil. Just down the road from our office at 1:30 p.m, I am going to be meeting Mr. Benjamin Rothschild to auction this terrific unit, it's Unit 2, at 326 Oran Road, Caulfield North. We have sold in this building before.
The infamous Natanya building.
Yes.
That is a great
Infamous.
Infamous.
What would it be infamous?
Well, it's not infamous. It's,
What did
it's
it do to achieve infamy?
It's famous. It's famous.
It's famous.
Because I love it. There's lots of lovely people live there.
Infamous was just the wrong term, wasn't it?
Probably was.
Yeah.
2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, basement car parking for 2 cars, courtyard gardens. That is a fantastic building.
Beware of man flu. It takes famous to infamous just in a moment, just like that. Philip, St George's Road, Elswick. I'm going to be completing Sunday. I've got 5 on Sunday again, Philip, that I'm doing. Don't worry yourself about it. But 2:30 p.m. I'm going to be doing this one. This is on the corner of Sandham Street. This is one of the best buildings in Elstonwick, and this is a terrific apartment. Take us through this one, please.
And Gary, you can walk to Glen Huntly Road in a heartbeat. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space. And that is a good building, but the position there is just a standard.
And it's got a great floor plan, Phil. It's got a big separate kitchen, a great bathroom network, nice balcony. Really love that apartment in St George's Road. Hope to see you there for an investment or home, perhaps, ladies and gentlemen. That's a beauty. And that sort of brings us to a wrap, really. Although there's some news, Phil.
What's the news?
Well, Amnon has written in, and Amnon wrote into Ideas, and he said, "Where's Gary's wedding ring gone?" Have you got a wedding ring on?
No, I don't wear a wedding ring.
I'm not sure if there's something cryptic about that or something unsavoury, or I'm not quite sure, but I've never worn it. I mean, I've been very happily married for in excess of 20 years and love my wife dearly, but I've never worn a wedding ring, Phil. I'm just not a jewellery kind of guy.
No, I'm not a jewellery sort of guy either,
But
Gary.
you always have you like watches.
Well, I like watches and I like cufflinks.
Yeah. Of which I couldn't care about either.
The whole ring on the man's finger, look, you know, I'm sure it works for a lot of people, but we're not those sorts of ring on the finger guys.
But thank you, Amnon, for noticing. We love you for that. Appreciate it. Phil, that is a big wrap for GPTV. The market's solid.
Gary, the market's
so many bidders at the auctions too. I mean, I never expected it would start so strong. What about you this year?
Do you know what? If we could have hoped for it to start anyway, it started the way it has.
Couldn't have hoped it. We couldn't have hoped for more.
And
so
with 2 big weekends, and keep in mind, viewers, we keep saying we do enough volume to be able to judge the market for you. With 2 big weekends, 9 out of 9 the first weekend, 12 out of 13 for the second weekend.
And let me tell you, that 13th in Alma Road probably will be sold by the time this goes to air.
Well,
that's my tip.
We did think about actually recording this with
100% because it will be probably.
But in the interests of always bringing you the facts, that wouldn't have been the fact.
Well, we wouldn't have aired it if it wasn't the fact.
Well,
so we could have done it.
You might have. I wouldn't have.
No, I said we wouldn't have aired it unless we knew it was sold. That was the whole strategic brilliance around it, Phil.
I understand, of course.
From the one with Man Flu and myself, thank you for tuning in to GPTV. Well, message to buyers before we go? What's the message to buyers?
The message for buyers is do not get this man flu.
And message to sellers?
You know what, if you get the man flu, go to bed. It's shocking.
That's a wonderful, wise message. Signing off, look forward to seeing you back next week. I'm Gary Pearce.
And I'm Philip Kingston. I hope next week I'll be much more vital and excitable, but have a great week.